Why is nobody talking about the magical portal we saw in the Haunted Chocolatier trailer? To me, this scene from the trailer opens the door, excuse the pun, to potentially endless destinations within the game. In the trailer for Haunted Chocolatier, we see the character run through a big haunted-looking mansion, and then jump through a portal. In the next scene, our hero is running around outside, fighting monsters and gathering supplies. This suggests that the town you live and work in is somehow different from the place you would go to have these sorts of adventures. It's my theory that this portal represents a gateway to a different dimension. We already know, thanks to the Wizard and the Junimos in Stardew Valley, that ConcernedApe is perfectly willing to add magic to his video games. So to me, this magical portal full of danger and adventure makes perfect sense. But the big question here is why? Why separate these into two entirely different worlds when you can just as easily make an area on the map that makes the player feel like they're leaving town to have some kind of adventure? Well, I have two theories here. The first involves the implementation of randomized environments. I think that, similar to how the caves work in Stardew Valley, the worlds found beyond this portal will be a bit random every time you visit. In Stardew Valley, when you explore the various cave systems in the game, they're always different. The game is always randomly selecting which rooms and room layouts the player will encounter on each trip to the mines. I believe we'll find ourselves visiting these worlds quite a bit, so having them be slightly different each time makes the world of Haunted Chocolatier feel vast and potentially endless. Reaching whatever destination you're trying to reach will be a new experience each trip into the portal. My other theory, though, is that the magical portal is a way for ConcernedApe to cram a ton of different zones into Haunted Chocolatier, but only have one entrance for them. This could create a fun game mechanic whereby the player would need to perhaps find various artifacts that would change the destination of this portal. It would also make it very easy for ConcernedApe to add zones to Haunted Chocolatier in the future without disturbing any of the areas on one single map. Think Ginger Island in the last Stardew Valley update. It was a massive zone that required a boat ride to get to, so instead of boats or buses to take us to new fun places, Haunted Chocolatier has a magical portal. If I'm right, this would also mean that farming the loot from bosses in Haunted Chocolatier could be a very challenging endeavor. But I'll go more into my thoughts around boss loot mechanics in the video on your screen right now, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you over there.